Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. So about 10 hours ago, DripX launched, and I was out and about, but I did manage to get in, and I even made a post in the Telegram when I did. So my first thing that I did was try to purchase some DripX using my wrap drip from PancakeSwap. Had to use like a 15% slippage, I think, but I timestamped that in the Telegram somewhere. But I'm gonna go through the DApp kind of quickly. There's a lot to unpack, and now that it's live, it's all about clicking buttons and seeing how it works. But it was a pretty smooth launch. I didn't have any issues, minus of course the typical initial hype and slippage that you run into, and of course as I told you guys to expect, the buy the rumor sell the news event. So right, once we hit around that 9 cent mark, we saw that drip accumulating, people buying, and of course once it launched, not everyone, but there was a huge sell-off, and that's to be expected. And now the drip price is back around the 3 cent level. So all of this was a hype and run towards DripX. Now that DripX has launched, now we see how this plays out. And so far, quite a bit of liquidity has moved around in this ecosystem, not to mention even the tax vault temporarily now has made its debut onto the front page here with 1 million drip in it. I have up an old listing here that I didn't refresh from earlier today. Saw that wrap drip had 33 million, and then now it's sitting at 30 million. So there was a lot of movement going around, and like I said, buy the rumor sell the news. So things I want you to be aware of, because remember, right now there's a lot of us from the OG drip side that are wrecked, and we're hoping for this Hail Mary play to be able to make us some money. But what you have to remember is you're playing against the early OGs that selfishly, made a bunch of money off of drip. So therefore they got rich in the last bull run, and therefore they're also sitting on heavy bags of OG drip, and they're sitting on large capital, and they're able to swing trade and buy large amounts at these basement prices of drip, whereas many people like myself got wrecked and did not choose to catch a falling knife and get back in. But if you had tons of risk capital because you made millions, then you're just going to make more money off of these flips from 1 cent to 9 cent. That's a nice big bag. But I want to show you before we get into the DApp is this here. This is the wrap drip contract. Let's refresh this. It's sitting at 28 million as of right now. What I want to show you is this one here. This is the first largest bag holder of wrap drip, sitting at 1.2 million. Now, I just want to show you just something interesting. I'm not digging into this or anything like that, but just want you guys to be able to understand how to do research on the blockchain. So this large wallet, can't really see it up here, but it's at DAD 221A. That's the one you see here, DAD 2221. And what's interesting first to note is that it only has 65 transactions. The wallet itself got created got created 295 days ago, but hasn't been doing much. It's just been kind of sitting there just under a year. That's very, very, very strange for a whale in wrap drip. I don't know if they're a whale elsewhere, but what I did want to show you is when I look up their transactions, you can see what they've done over here on DBank. So when you go into just the wrap drip side, they were accumulating wrap drip from other locations. Now, I don't know who these are. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing like that. I just wanted to show you how whales play the game. This person was collecting wrap drip from other wallets, or who knows what these are, contracts. I don't know. I didn't look into any of these, but you can see the amounts, 182, blah, blah, blah. But here's where it gets interesting is when you scroll up, they also have a decent amount of capital to throw around. So $10,000 withdrawn from Binance, and they use 5,000 to buy 80,000 wrap drip. And then they used another 5,000 by the 8,000 wrap drip. And then they took this 100,000 wrap drip and swapped it for DripX, and another 82,000 of wrap drip for DripX. 82,000 again, 164,000 again, and then they went back the other way with DripX to wrap drip, DripX to wrap drip. So what we saw, and this is what I want to show you guys, is whales, people with large bags or whatever, they are going to be playing the game very differently because of the large amount of capital. So there was a lot of movement between wrap drip and DripX naturally with a brand new token, and naturally with people who have big bags to offload. So there's going to be a lot of volatility, especially in a new token that doesn't have that deep of liquidity. Now, as of right now, it does have a decent amount of liquidity. And when we move over here to the DApp, over on the buy and burn, there's actually been $1.5 million that has collectively made its way into the contract. So it is moving up, and it had a great launch. I'm not knocking that at all. Just telling you guys to be aware of how the whales play the game. That's all. So let's jump into the contract real quick, or not the contract, but things you can do. So I'm going to show you basically I'm going to show you what I did, and then we'll go into strategies and ideas and other stuff later. There's a lot to unpack here, a lot of different ways to play this game. When you look again over here at the ways to earn, these are all different things that you can do. So what I did was I bought DripX, and I'm hodling some of it. I'm hodling some wrap drip. I'm also hodling some drip. I have the wrap drip BNB pool, and that's another video for another day, because I ended up getting pushed out of that position and didn't pay attention to it because I was running around today. So it was making crazy APRs, or percentages, but all the liquidity got eaten up. Therefore, I ended up with nothing but wrap drip, essentially a useless token, and all the BNB was gone because it moved outside my range. But that's another video for another day. So back over to the DApp. So what you can do on the first page is mining. Mining basically allows you to decide between 8 to 280 days, and you get dripped out. You receive tokens basically at the end of that mining period. And the cool thing that they did that's different from Titan X is there is a cap. So what you see here on day 8, we're almost at 50% of the total DripX tokens that will be allocated. Day 9, you see, is only 12 billion, 21 billion, 10 billion, so on and so on. So depending on what day you select, it will show you how many of those tokens, if it's reached its cap or not. So there's lots of room in here. It's still literally day 1. You can even get into the shortest duration. You can also pick your power level. That will basically is a percentage of your BNB. So 100 power is 1 whole BNB, and 0.01 power is 0.01 BNB, and that is tied to the amount of DripX tokens that you will receive. So say for example, we go to the shortest duration, 8 days with 100 power. That's what is this, 70 billion tokens. But if you drop this 10, see that it is now 7 billion. If my zero's in the right place, 7 million, sorry, 7 million. 7 million versus 70 million. So you get less DripX tokens based off of the power you assign it. Oh, still 70. I was correct the first time. 70 million, not 70 billion. 70 million and 7 million. Yes. Tokens. So you can pick anywhere in there. So clearly you can get in with small bags if you got small bags, and then you can batch mine where you can get 8 maximum miners. All of them will have the same power level and the same days that you create. You can also create stakes or ladders, so to speak, which is kind of what I did. So first I tested it because I was on my mobile. I did with a 1 level power. So it was costing me $3.79 because BNB was at about 380 bucks at that time. Then I went ahead with a 25, so 0.25 BNB. And I did another 8 day. Let's just arrange these. So I did 2 8 days, one at 0.01 and one at 100, then a 9, 11, 13, 17, 22, 27, 62. And I picked this number because it's about a couple days after the halving, just to see what's at that stage. And this is a total of 2.25 BNB. Now this would be great. This is showing you what it cost you to get in, and this is showing what the market value as of right now, getting paid out, what that would be, and then the ROI. Now clearly these are not going to go out at that rate, because this is not sustainable. So say for example, this one where I put in 380 bucks, we'll call it, there's no way that I'll walk out with $36,000 in 8 days. That would be nice, but we know that that's not sustainable, clearly, by any stretch of the imagination. But there are a lot of sustainable mechanics that the team has put in. So next you have staking. This is where you have to have Liquid Drip X in your wallet, and then you stake it here. And you can, the shortest stake is 28 days, and longer stakes pay more. You see down here, it goes up, longer pays more. If I do just 5,000, what is that? Why is it like that? Delete 5. My number lock not working. There we go. Let's see what that is. So that's $2.58, and we do a 28-day stake. What does that look like? That has a 3.39% bonus, and we go all the way up to the max, 3,500 days. We now have a 350% bonus, basically. So you decide how long you want to get in. One thing I forgot to mention is this down here. Remember, each day you get less and less DripX tokens. So that's the difficulty being increased. So they make mining more difficult. It will cost more to get in. I believe the mining cap was at 10 BNB. So right now it's 1 BNB to do 100 or a max power. Eventually that will be 10 BNB. So it goes up slightly each day. So it's better to get in early. But let's go back to staking. So I did one stake with half the DripX that I purchased off the market, and that's for 28 days. And right now the market value of that is $22. So nothing special there. The payouts, what are we looking at here? So these are based on the payout cycles. Remember, the BNB is distributed across 8-day, 28-day, 90, 369, and 888. And that's what's represented here on this page. So on the day 8, this is what is expected to go out, and it's the same as the 28-day because it's the same percentage. And then 90 and 369 are the same as well because they are the same percentage. And then you have the 888-day pay cycle. So nothing has been paid out yet. So this will accumulate as we get closer to that, and your divs will be here for you to claim. And then last but not least, this is a sustainable mechanic that they built in. I think the team said that at the 8-hour mark, they're going to start doing 0.1 BNB every 15, 30 minutes. I can't remember exactly. It was in the AMA or the VC right before the call. But this is what makes it sustainable, because remember here on the white paper, every time someone uses BNB to create a virtual miner for DripX, 67% of that BNB goes straight into the our DripX buy and burn smart contract. So you see that already in here, there's $1.5 million that will basically burn DripX tokens over the next couple of days. So that automatically adds a runway. And this is just less than 12 hours into launch. So that is a significant amount of capital, even though, you know, it kind of arbitraged and tanked the drip price more than people would have liked to see. There is a huge runway for this, and those that are kind of upset, you should be used to that. You know, buy the rumor, sell the news. It is the oldest trick in the book. Drip is not going off to a moonshot without a lot of retracement. So now that this is out of the way and it's launched, now we just see how it plays out, and people are in the ecosystem, and once you're in, you're kind of locked in. Now I didn't look at what liquid DripX is sitting in wallets. Let's see that real quick. So right now the total amount of DripX is, what is that? Just under 1 billion. So let's see where the holders are at. So you have the DripX LP sitting at number 1 with 24%. Then you have this person sitting at 12% holding it. So it's not staked, it's not locked up. So this is someone who clearly bought it off the market and is looking to potentially, you know, do some arbitrage, some flips and trades and things, I would imagine. And they have very little transaction history. So this is what I was talking about, the whale game. So this person, literally their wallet is less than 24 hours old. So clearly it's an OG, someone with some skills or whatever, because there's no way they would do this. So they created a new wallet specifically for this. So, and they funded it with 0.04 BNB, but then they bought 100,000 wrap drip, or I'm sorry, they received 100,000 wrap drip from probably another wallet. Then they did some sales of wrap drip, got another 100,000, could be from same wallet, I'm not looking at that right now. Then they exchanged wrap drip for dripx. So you see all these transactions here. They're sitting on 200,000 wrap drip, and then they just did 10,000 at a time to get dripx, and now they're sitting with a large bag of dripx. So be on the lookout for these things. So even though in the protocol there are mechanics like this and the staking, locking up tokens, and the mining, there are people sitting on large dripx bags already, and expect the same kind of volatility. Because again, whales are playing a different game than those of us with kind of fixed capital. So you just got to be aware of that, and do not fall prey to this narrative being pushed by some content creators that, you know, things have changed. Liquidity is all that matters, and this was a big shakeup, and a chunk of our liquidity came out, and that's why things have retraced. So that liquidity that was holding the drip price up at 9 cents arbitrage went into whale pockets. So expect them to now buy back in at these prices. So they bought in at 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, and sold at 9. They made a profit in BNB or BUSD, depending on where they arbitraged. Now they have liquid cash, so to speak, BNB and BUSD, and then they will slowly start to buy back in at these prices and do it again at the next pump, at the next level, so to speak. And that will continue far beyond any of us who got wrecked from the last drip bull run. So this kind of balances out. So at some stage, it will cost them more to buy back in as well. And at some stage also, we'll have less and less drip tokens and wrap drip tokens and all that due to the taxes, things of that nature. More and more things get locked up in the contracts. But just be aware of how this game works and how the game, the name of it has changed from what we used to, how we used to play it. All right. Let me know what kind of questions you got on this, and we can go into some deeper details. This was just supposed to be an overview, show you where I'm at and explain what took place at launch. And shouts out to the team. It was a great launch. Didn't have any issues on my side aside from, like I said, slippage, but that's not the team's fault. They were right on time with the release of the contracts and stuff like that. No issues for me, and I got in easily, and all my stakes are there and everything's working. So I got no complaints. Now it's just promoted, and let's see what happens. All right, smash that HPO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.